Hello, how are we all getting on? So I just thought I'd jump on and give my honest opinions on the Jack Clarke situation. Now we've known that there was always a chance he was going to leave before the transfer deadline window shut. It's been rumbling on all summer. We know his agent Ian Hart has been pushing for this move probably since the back end of last season. But what kind of sticks in my throat is supposedly we've been asking for £25 million for him. That's been the figure banded about all summer, and it looks like we've let him go on the cheap. £15 million plus £5 million add-ons, I think it is. For me, should have been holding out for a bit more. By the time we've paid Spurs back their 25% sell-on fee, we're going to be left with about 11 million quid. Now, yes, you can see that we've made possibly a £10 million profit. But for me, I just think we should have held out and negotiated a bit harder. On the flip side of that, I can kind of see why the club's done it. You know, we're in the final week of the transfer window. You try and negotiate with Ipswich, ask for a bit more. They then walk away. You're then left with unhappy Jack Clarke, who clearly wants to leave. And then where does that leave us? So the club might have been put in a bit of a difficult situation. But for me, personally, I would have liked them to try and hold out for a bit more money. Ipswich clearly wanted him. Surely they would have upped the bid by another £5 million if they wanted him that bad. Now, I just think Jack Clarke's been poorly advised. You know, he was linked with a move to Southampton, to West Ham, to Brentford. Now, I can understand him wanting to go into the likes of Brentford and Southampton. Brentford and West Ham, sorry. Because the kind of established Premier League teams. He's gone to a team that, you know, are going to struggle. Let's be honest, they're going to struggle in the Premier League to survive. Yes, they've spent £100 million, I think, on players like Liam Delap and Sammy Smodic, and they've just signed Borja from Chelsea. But hard facts is they're going to struggle. Doesn't matter how much, you know, you've got to spend an absolute fortune to have any chance, so that they are going to struggle this season. So is it best in his best interests to sign for a club that's going to struggle? Not for me, but he must have clearly wanted to leave. You know, I know his agent's been pushing for the move, but Jack Clarke must have said, yes, I want to go to Ipswich, which is fair comment. No one player is bigger than the club, right? So we've now got to develop Mundle, which I think will be the next step. But the key fact is we need to reinvest that money. We've got that £10 million from Ross Stewart. Now, was that reinvested in the team? I'm not sure it was to its best capacity. Yes, we've signed Wilson Isidore, which apparently he can play there. But we know Mundle is going to be playing today. So we've got to get behind them. We all know what the model is. We were told from the outset that was the model. Buy players young, buy them cheap, develop them, sell them on for a profit. That's what we've done. But just the sore point for me is that we've let him go for far too little. For me, 20 million plus would have been, you know, a decent fee. But like I said, I can see both sides of the coin. But I'm still in the side that we've let him go too cheap. Now, I know people seeing the likes of Jorginho Rutter has gone to Brighton for 40 million. The difference being is that Jorginho Rutter is a proven player. He's played in the Bundesliga. He's played in the Premier League before. So he's been there and kind of done it. Jack Clarke is not proven in the Premier League. Me personally, I think he'll struggle. I don't think he's a Premier League player yet. I think another season in the Championship to develop a bit more would have stood him in good stead. I really do think he's going to struggle in the Premier League. I hope I'm wrong. I wish him all the best. You know, I've got no hard feelings against Jack Clarke. He wants to better himself. He wants to play in the Premier League. Fair play. But it's the club's negotiations where I'm kind of pissed off a little bit about. Like the Mendy situation, we'll put a bid in, rejected. Up the bid, rejected. Another bid, rejected. That's what clubs do. You didn't just accept the first offer. just for the sake of it, because it seems like a bit of a panic from me, from KLD. It seems like a panic acceptance that they were terrified of not getting the money for him, and Ipswich walking away and then being left with Jack Clarke, who was unhappy. Now, to be fair to Jack Clarke, I don't think he would have done that. All the time he's been here, he's been the utmost professional. He's never wins, he's never caused any trouble. He's just got on with his game, played his game, and he's been brilliant for us. So I don't think he would have kind of upset anything too much, but we'll never know. He's gone to Ipswich. I wish him all the best. Love to see him do well in the Premier League this season, but I just got a really sneaky feeling that he's going to struggle. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Just thought I'd give you my honest opinion of why on the Jack Clarke situation. Yes, disappointed he's gone. Frustrated and angry at KLD and Speakman for accepting a low offer. But let's now get behind the side. We're not a one-man team. Let's try and get behind the team onto Burnley today. Let's hope Mundle can come in and not try too hard. Play his natural game. If I was Reggie Lebreeze, that's what I'd be telling him. Look, I just go out there. Don't try too hard, because we're seeing in some of the pre-season friendlies, these players were pushing themselves and trying too hard and letting themselves down. Just come in, play your natural game and take the opportunity, similar to what Chris Rigg did last week. Let's get behind them, get behind the lads, and let's see if we can get 3 points against Burnley today. How are the lads? See you later.